Hey everybody, good to see you. I am excited to see you later on this week. So this is our quick lesson while we are doing alpha split. So this is where you're watching the lesson, and here's the agenda for today. ACT Passage 2 is only for in-person students, and you will do this the next time that I see you. Refresh the prologue, Act 1, Scenes 1 and 2. I'm just going to remind you of what happened there. And then here's your task for the day. Read the rest of Act 1, Scenes 3, 4, and 5. When you are done reading, or even better, while you're reading, you want to finish the study guide questions, which are due at midnight today. So Act 1 study guide questions, which you can find in Google Classroom at the bottom, Romeo and Juliet guides. Those are due at midnight today for your class period. And you should already have the first couple of pages done because we had time built into class for that before. And if you don't, you just have a lot of work to do today. While you are reading your No Fear Shakespeare, you have some options. I would recommend reading the modern side when you are not with me, because that is easier when you're alone. And then if you'd like audio, you can click on this link. It takes you to a nifty YouTube channel that reads all of the audio out loud for No Fear Shakespeare. So before you begin reading today, I want to summarize what we've already done. So this is what we've already done you probably forgot about. Prologue, Act 1, Scene 1, and Act 1, Scene 2. In the prologue, we have a narrator who we call the chorus, who introduces the fact that this is a play and it's about two young people who are in love and their families are doomed because they've been fighting for a really long time. In Act 1, Scene 1, our very first scene is Romeo, this 15-year-old emotional boy, and he is crying in the woods, as one does under the cloak of night. And his cousin, Benvolio, is really worried about him. So in Scene 1, Benvolio tells Romeo's parents, I'll take care of him, I'll figure out what's wrong. And then we find out what's wrong, which is Romeo is in love with a girl named Rosaline, who he can't be with because she's going to be a nun. And so that is problematic. In Act 1, Scene 2, Romeo and Benvolio hatch a plan because they hear that Rosaline is going to be at this Capulet party. That makes sense because she's a Capulet. She's Juliet's cousin. And so Romeo and Benvolio decide to crash the party, and Benvolio's goal is, let's see if we can get Romeo to like somebody else. Romeo's goal is Rosaline. We skip over to Scene 3. Now I'm giving you a sneak peek into what you're going to read today. In Scene 3, we meet Juliet, the nurse, and Juliet's mom, who we call Lady Capulet, and they're just gabbing away and they're talking about boys. In Scene 4, Romeo and his buddies, Mercutio, Benvolio, and Romeo, they are on their way to crash the Capulet party, again, to go find Rosaline. Romeo doesn't even know who Juliet is at this point. He's going to this party just to meet Rosaline. In Scene 5, Romeo's done for. He has seen Juliet across the room at the party. He's in love with her. He finds out she's a Capulet, and he feels like his world is about to end. So he very quickly shifts from Rosaline to, ooh, there's a pretty girl named Juliet. And so that is all of Act 1. Obviously, your study guide is going to cover much more detailed items that I need for you to understand about Act 1, but that was the gist of it. So now that you know a little bit, I hope you enjoy reading it. It's so good if you give it time and patience. Your Act 1 guide is due tonight at midnight, so you want to get that turned in whenever your class period is. If you're an A-Day student, it's due A-Day at midnight. If you're a B-Day student, it's due B-Day at midnight. All right. I look forward to reading your study guides and to talking with you guys about Act 1 next time. All right. Good luck. Email me if you need help.